Alright, good morning gamers. So, today is a special episode because we are pretty much nearing the end of my early access of Menace journey, at least for this current update until they update it again. So for my OCIs, right? I have 1500 OCI components, well more than I probably would ever need in this game, so unless they expand this out more. So we have two ion cannons. This is to kind of just destroy objectives easier, so I don't have to go out of my way to destroy objectives. The auto laser turret, if you haven't noticed in my previous videos, that I use it mainly for as a scouting way because it does give you great visual and it does do good bit of damage if it can at least hit the shot, because it seems pretty garbage at hitting a shot. Advanced medical bay, two of them, because at some point you get so many recruits that you don't really need any more recruits and you just need people to be revived. I probably should have changed that much earlier in the series, but I did. Auto supplies is just give me a little bit more maximum supplies for each mission, so I can kind of give you what that looks like. I guess I can't give it to you, but it'll be a little bit less than what my current max is. And then a repair bay, because I do use a lot of vehicle units. I don't necessarily lose any vehicles, I just need them to be repaired. CRC center. Right, this is so that we get 1 plus the operation timeout counter, which I never really figured out what that means. I feel like it was always like 1 extra round, but I don't know, it kind of feels like it doesn't. Decoy, I don't know if the decoys really are that useful. I rarely use it, but it's to which advances the turn order up to 6 times without using your own units. I never really figured out how that works properly. I guess sensor decoy for enemy radar with false contacts leading to miscues and missteps. That definitely has worked before. And then info hub, because it gives me 3 intelligence, so I can kind of see what I'm dealing with. As you can see, for my squaddies, I have 294 squaddies. I think that's more than enough people. I have 100 authority, which I think is the max. I guess I get 20 plus discipline. I didn't really realize that. Promotion points is just to promote your squads. For my black market, as you can tell, my black market isn't too crazy looking. As you can tell, this is my inventory of just random items. I've been kind of just collecting items at this point, not even using them, to be fair, to be honest. Like, I'm surprised I don't have this in my inventory. No more people to hire. Maxed out my hiring. This is just to gain more recruitments or squaddies, right? Alright, so let's look at my squad. So we have Jane Darby. She is my main kill squad. I am taking full-blown advantage of her concealment. She is maxed out. She has a low-profile protective suit. Crocodile, which is an anti-material rifle, is pretty good at taking out most armored vehicles, especially when you can spam multiple of them at one target. And then this is kind of one of the best assault rifles. We have Charles Lim. He's using the BR6A1 hammer, which is a like a semi-auto two shot. Yeah. This is Edwin Pike. I don't have him maxed out currently, but this is his loadout. Not sure if they tell me. Okay, I guess this will tell me. Here's the current loadout he has. I have not maxed him out. This is the current loadout he has for Charles Lim, for Jane Darby. Most of these people, I think a couple episodes ago, or last episode, I said that they had growth potential, then I kind of recycled all their points and kind of redid their configuration, which is a little bit annoying because you get a little bit less points than what you spent, which makes sense. We have Marta Carter. She's kind of my support. I haven't really used her with MG, but she used to have you've seen in my previous series. She kind of started out with the airburst launcher, and then she kind of moved her way into the where's that? Right here, the grenade launcher, which is I think a lot more effective than the airburst launcher for the most part. We have Sachin Singh. He's kind of one of my heavy duty units right now. Very mobile. This is Gary Bogan. This is the unit. I have a lot of people kind of set up on the tank gun just because tank gun is very useful. It does a lot of damage, and honestly, it's arguably better than the laser cannon. I feel like the rocket launcher's a little bit better at just direct target, like accuracy wise on direct target. But the tank cannon kind of surpasses in a lot of different units, as you can see. And honestly, the tank cannon is not too inaccurate. We have Teco Bayo Foss. He's not really set up all the way. Oh yeah, let me show you her setup. This is kind of her setup. This is Sachin's. This is Gary. Alright. So this is a setup. I really don't like, the only thing else I would use is probably Die Hard, but other than that, doesn't really need anything else. This is his setup. He's kind of also a heavy duty unit. We have Renu Riwa, which became kind of one of my best units because she has Vanguard also. And she's just a heavy hitter. Like this is just stuns everything. She kind of kills everything with tank. And pretty much she's just incredibly tanky. Just one of my best units. Like, really. Her weapon skill is 98. I don't. But this is her setup. We have Fedor Yasov. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. He's kind of one of my other kill squad units. I haven't used him a whole lot. Well, I used him quite a bit in the beginning. As you can see, this is him. He's kind of just a mercenary. I mean, that's kind of like his whole thing, is being a mercenary in general. The Master Sergeant. Master Gunnery Sergeant. I didn't realize they kind of have different rankings, to be honest. Alright. Jojin Sai, which I usually thought was saying Sky, but it doesn't say that. This is my other unit that I've been kind of working on to kind of get really good. That's why she has a growth potential of 3, so just so she can grow hopefully much faster. Honestly, growth potential is really good in the beginning, and then I think for kind of once you get into the middle game, late game, just swap it to buff. Because then they can just carry heavier armor and, you know, just like eat a whole bunch more. We have Jaquez Van Blue. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. He is a very interesting unit. I have kind of used him. Very interesting. I didn't really design him to be this way originally. This would probably be the only other thing I'd probably add is Disdain and then maybe Brew, right? He is my jetpack person, as well as my tank destroyer. Very useful. One of the best perks he has is oh, never mind. Teco Bayo has one of the best perks, which he can use all special weapons without having to deploy them. That's just one of the best perks in the game. We have Cody Grieffinger. He is my other strong Vanguard unit, as you can tell. Tank destroyer, buster, just everything about him just hits incredibly hard. And then we have Achilles. Achilles has been kind of said to be kind of useless, or at least people don't really like him that much. But to me, he's actually really useful, especially because he's a Vanguard. He is set up with a mech walker. I did not really originally design him to be this way. I kind of just made him a mech walker eventually just because I wanted to kind of use the mech and see how that works. And it's done very good things, even though its armor is kind of lacking. Okay, so we got, yeah. And then this is his kind of setup. So then, did I show his setup? I don't know if I showed his. Gorilla, 20% accuracy and 30% damage versus healthy targets. Like, it's just so good. Okay, anyways. JG Wetteroth. Wetroth. Not Wetteroth, Wetroth. Which I did max out. Because he became a Vanguard that's became one of my most useful Vanguards in the entire game. He is obviously a assault division. He is forward. He is what did I say? Frontline. That's why he's protective armor on. Like I said, here he is with the just doesn't really die as easy, and he just clears everything. We have Gabriel X Conde, which I haven't really worked on too much as far as the promotion goes, so don't see too much in it. But if I had to do some things that may be a little bit more interesting, obviously 50% to decrease cover bonus, prevent HP from the first attack each round, prevents HP damage from the first attack each round, and may even have given him this. Minus 4 EP movement cost with no medium or heavy weapons are equipped. I wouldn't really give him that, and then maybe something like this, or I don't know. Alright, let's see. He's been pretty useful. As you can see, I'm using the laser lance instead of maybe the rocket launcher. I may use the rocket launcher instead, but we'll see. And then we have Ivory Islam, which I kind of have a little bit more set up to be my artillery fire person. Once her accuracy is much higher, she'll definitely be more accurate. But she is my mortar tank. This is kind of me getting down to the bottom where I'm just kind of experimenting with different kind of builds to see how they work. Honestly, I used this last game. It has been quite useful. So, with all that being said, this will be one of my last missions. 2,907 resources. This has been somewhat what I've realized is the local cap, unless I had like a bunch of 5%. If I had minus 5%, it would probably be like, I don't know, 2,000 or 800 something, or like 2,700 something, right? 2,000, right? But what way to end this off better than killing the Hive Queen, which we will probably annihilate. This time we are going to try to really not do any like loading, like redoing of the mission. So if you haven't noticed throughout my series, I tend to kind of just save and reload when the mission doesn't really go that well. And that may not be like the most intriguing way of playing an RTS because you don't really see me lose. But it's really just the start of the game. Sometimes I'll just have bad starts because like a lot of my starts is just me kind of experimenting on whether I want to put these people, whether it be useful, right? I don't know if I really want to use her for this mission. She may not be all that hard hitting. I may swap her for this, which is like we're like 1 in. We'll do something like that. Yeah, I tend to restart. I feel like the game is kind of meant to guide you in that kind of way. Just load from the beginning and restart the mission and redo it. Because once you are in the mission, you cannot save in the middle of the mission, nor can you, like, the only thing you can do is like reload the mission. But I believe you cannot save in the middle of the mission. I will have to try and test that. And then afterwards, when you lose a mission, you can load it back. Which I feel like load it back to the beginning, which I feel like if they wanted to prevent you from doing that, the minute you complete the mission, they would just make a new save. They don't. So this is something we're gonna try to do. We're gonna do something like this. I don't know how well this is gonna work, but this should be far enough away from most entities that they're not too aggressive or too like hyper aggressive. Immediate. So we have 2 eliminates. So this is what I use the ion cannon for, right? Okay, so clearly there's some menaces on the field too. Yeah, clearly there's a menace on the field as well as a high hitting target. So this is probably the Hive Queen right here, to be honest. There's clearly some menaces surrounding the area somewhere up here. They're clearly attacking the Hive Queen. And we're just gonna see how this works out. We're just gonna eliminate these 2 squads off rip, just so that there's no real line of sight. But once a squad is fleeing from you, they lose line of sight of you, and you can kind of go. You can kind of see by concealment. Clearly, Reyna is that her name? I don't remember. Clearly, Reyna is in some kind of field of vision. So we're just.
Very good. Fuck them up.
I don't want to necessarily move him up first. Oh yeah, there is a lot of menaces. They are kind of putting in some work. Most units in the game have pretty hard trouble trying to deal with the menace. So if you don't know who the menace are, they are the late game enemy that you kind of have to deal with. Late game new enemy. You may have to deal with a little bit more. We may move him up a bit more. We'll see if this attack, and then you can see in the top. I didn't really realize in the top. I guess they're called constructs. I just call them menace because that's how they identify them in the game.
I didn't punch through.
So they're probably gonna get a little bit aggroed on me, unless they're dealing with the constructs, which very well might be a. Yeah, they feel. I think they're a little bit busy with the constructs, so trying to deal with me.
Sir, listen up. We're moving. About time. All right, movement.
We're gonna let the is the construct dead? Oh no, the Aryan wildlife is using.
Yep. Just some bug. We should go hunting sometime.
I'm surprised this Hive Queen is still here. Alright. Let's see if we can get this position. Okay, it's probably gonna flee because it probably doesn't want to really deal with me. The Hive Queen does not want to. So we may not kill it immediately. I don't know who they're gonna attack, to be honest. Yeah, it's running away. It doesn't really want to do. Which makes sense. Makes sense that it doesn't really want to. Now, the unique thing about this game is that the AI, which they are constantly going to improve upon, is quite smart. And what do I mean by it is quite smart? I mean that it doesn't take risks that it feels is too risky. Like, just like how I said that they're probably going to deal with the constructs first because the constructs currently is just a bigger threat. Like, all of these are just bigger threats, right?
Oh, these bastards.
What? Die, Kutta!
The other thing in this game you gotta understand is that units who are approaching you while you're in concealment to see you typically do not attack you. Because they used up most of their stuff.
This one was a good hire, Major.
As you kill more units, it becomes a lot more wearing for the other units, such as this one doing a wavering. So probably once it pulls up, it probably won't be able to attack because it has less attack points. These units, I don't really care too much about because they don't do too much damage. Really. So we may just move him away, to be honest, so he doesn't get harassed too much. Then we force the wavering unit to pull up. And the thing about it is that you can really batter in the damage on these units.
About time. About time.
And as you can tell, because the stronger, and the other thing is that more of the stronger units you get rid of, the weaker units tend to kind of be a little bit scared. Such as he is now this is wavering. Then we'll just lay into this one.
Tough sunbucks.
But he doesn't have enough points to really attack.
What?
Okay. So the queen probably doesn't really have that much more movement. There you go, the spiderlings are now afraid. They're kind of afraid. It's a little bit out of my range, isn't it? I mean, our objective really is just to kill the High Queen and get the fuck out, right? So,
Hoofing it.
see, it doesn't really have enough movement to really attack. We're just a little bit out of its range. And then we'll probably just do, should we hit with a tank cannon? That'd be kind of spectacular, right? Boom! Alright. Killed. Now we just gotta get everybody to evac.
Sir.
I have not found out yet that if you get rid of more units, you get more items. I've kind of done that throughout my summer playthrough, just get rid of all the units. I don't know if it really gives me more items.
On to the next threat.
But this is probably going to be a problem.
Okay.
So we're just going to batter him and it actually caused enough damage that we did enough damage that actually caused to break armor. Hmm. We'll back him up real quick.
What?
Oi.
This is just to prevent us from being attacked right here.
What?
Measure.
Oh, we are actually 1 hit point off?
Yeah.
Gotta do this within 12 rounds, and we gotta kill 70% of entities.
What?
Gonna be the next one to attack.
The Kutta runs!
Sir.
Then these I can batter. Or just kill it to make it more convincing.
Eliminated. Movement. About. Hostiles eliminated. Bugs.
What?
So many armored units.
Right out.
I have noticed that closer the ranges,
Been waiting on
the
you.
more likely they are to
Bugs.
What?
Sir.
more likely it is to pen, right?
Zeno eliminated.
What?
Yep. No harm, all foul.
Okay, okay.
Major, C2 is strong. This soldier's very combat effective.
What?
I'm surprised he doesn't break. Well, he's dead now.
Bug.
It's got a little bit far forward. Maybe some menaces. Good pen. Oh wow, we did not pen for shit.
More! Armor detail on duty.
On task.
Great work. Kill all the Kutta.
Yep. Measure. Bugs.
Just get rid of him.
What?
Yeah. This damn gun is all bark.
There we go.
What?
enchilada.
Anybody in the corner? Nope.
What?
Yep. Rocket!
Very good. Fuck them up.
How about you take her easy, alright? Sir.
It's about time, mate. On track.
Sir. Move out. Birds. Yep. Measure.
Oi.
Oui.
We don't have any more jetpack uses.
Oui, oui. Yep.
You look after your mates and your mates will look after you. Get on you cunts.
Alright. This is the end of the mission. We'll leave with max reward points. So 7, 7, 6, 4, 4. Take this one because we don't have it. And our radar sensor. Alright. This probably my last but not least episode, I would say. Like I will probably make another video soon. Not soon, but I will probably make a video sometime in the future. This game is just really good. One of the best strategy games. But starting tomorrow, I will be starting a new strategy game. It is a cyberpunk themed game. Not cyberpunk itself, but it's a cyberpunk strategy game. And I am also thinking about starting another strategy game series, so I may get 2 more going and go like days back and forth alternating. There's another game I've been looking into playing just off stream or maybe on stream, but like, you know, not necessarily on my channel unless I feel like it's kind of worthy, to be honest. But this is it. This is the 19th episode that ends most of everything, pulls everything together and completes it. I am heavily anticipating the next update. With that being said, Dale, love y'all, and I'll see you on the next